between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Ready up.
Love going to throw right away. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing.
Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. He's got room at the 30. Still on his feet.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings 0.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Kenny Nwangu now out of his end zone.
The ball comes out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 7th play in the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Love looking to throw it. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw is Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Cousins now. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down going to the air with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
Here we go. 2nd and 10. Love going to give this one to Jones. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Love. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. They start the drive with Cook to about the 48-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Vikings had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener.
And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home.
Touchdown, Vikings!
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a first down carry by Jones.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On play action, love to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, it's Jones.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw now. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Throwing. Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And even 100 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7.
But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Though going for Jefferson downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A game there with 30 big ones.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Love to pass. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Love. He finds Watson complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
21, Viking 7.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd and inches, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers, both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Hey, we're good.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
116 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes a payoff by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
There's still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Jones again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Listen to me. Good route here.
Cousins on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
From the 31, Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here.
Ready up.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half.